We take some hope out of today on the second half performance, not the first half, but certainly the second half performance, and see if we can build on that and go that little bit farther and make sure that it's a result at the end of the day and not a defeat. But I was slightly fearful, but second half we sorted it out in the dressing room, and we said they're playing with too much fear, get on the front foot and go and challenge Manchester City.
So positives then for Sam Allardyce to build upon after what was a curious game at the Etihad Stadium, because City are now just 3 wins away from winning the league title once again. What did you make of the game afterwards? Was it a lot closer than really it should have been, Shay?
Well, the scoreline suggests it was, but we watched it live here in the studio, and yeah, it was over 80% possession for Manchester City. And Haaland showed today, I think he's human after all, because he created a lot of chances, hit the post, I think hit the crossbar. They could have been out of sight. I'm sort of just sniggering at the end of Sam Allardyce's interview, because he says, I think he's trying to build it up, get some sort of belief into his squad to keep Leeds in the division, but they were second best all day. They got that goal from a mistake off Akanji, of course, and I think he's just sort of trying to hang on to some sort of positives, but the better team won today for sure.
He's great at that, isn't he? I mean, he's a master of the spin, Sam. I mean, he's got such experience. I mean, he's been brought in to not win this game today, but just to keep him in the league. I think they need 3 points, possibly 4. It was going to be very difficult, whatever happened today. But they sat very deep. We saw they had 10 bodies in the box for the first and second goal. But no one's getting in close enough to Gundogan, and his finishes were absolutely fantastic. But I agree with Shay there. He's the master. I mean, he's talking to the players, first and foremost, a lot of the fans, the owners who have given him the opportunity to keep this club safe in the Premier League. And even if just a small percentage of them listened to him without watching the football match, you think they was unlucky there today. But realistically, it was a hammering. It was a 2-1 hammering. But when you score a scrappy goal, you never know. The last few minutes of the game, anything can happen with a set piece. With a team who just kept going. They never give up, Leeds. They kept going. Any team managed by this man will never, ever give up.
Yeah, but Robbie, you can see why he's trying to accentuate the positives. He's down there. He's battling against the other teams. His goal difference, he probably was fearing for that going to the Etihad. It's only been knocked by 1 at the end of it.
Yeah, that's the big positive. I mean, we obviously spoke before the game and saying what type of game we were expecting. It was going to be all Manchester City, so dominant, and that was the case. So it was as though the game plan from Sam was, look, let's let them have all the ball, we'll tie them out and then come into it the last 5 minutes. And that's really what happened. And if you're looking for positives, the positives are, they've lost the game by 1 goal, which doesn't affect really that much the bottom half of that table, because leading into this game, we sort of we fully expected Manchester City to get the win, but we expect them to get a lot more goals. So that is a real positive for Leeds, that they've only managed to keep just the one difference.
Let's have a look at both goals from İlkay Gundogan, starting as the defensive midfielder. But as we know, if you're a midfielder in Pep's team, you're not going to be defensive particularly, but it's the precision of his goals.
I think we shouldn't be surprised. He did, obviously, that Leeds came to the Etihad to shut up shop, be really deep defensively. There was nearly 2 banks of 5 in front of them, but the goals are identical. Gundogan just no one at any stage gets close to him, and no one closes him down. The second one takes an extra touch, takes their midfielder of the game, and I think he reverses it, does the goalkeeper with the eyes a little bit. But when you're getting deeper and deeper onto your goal, someone has to go and engage, someone has to get to Gundogan, because he's got the quality to punish you.
Yeah. Into the second half then, and this is where